Good evening. Welcome on in. So something's coming towards this planet. I said I wouldn't talk about it, but I got to. Right, let's do this.
What would be the signs that it's not a comet?
Well, so I suggest first establishing a scale of risk from interstellar objects, similar to the Richter scale for the risk from earthquakes. A 0 would mean that we identify a beautiful tail, and it looks just like a regular comet. We can infer the composition of the tail. It's similar to comets. A 10 would mean that the object maneuvers in ways that cannot be explained by the force of gravity, that there must be an engine in it, or it has an unusual shape, or it has artificial lights.
You wrote that if this three-eye atlas is a technological artifact, it could be evidence of the dark forest hypothesis. What is that?
That's one of the solutions to Fermi's paradox, which is the question, where is everybody? And of course, it's possible that aliens are out there, but they are worried about predators, and therefore they're silent, and they're listening to us. They might send a probe or a spacecraft on a reconnaissance mission or with some other goals, and we should be ready for that.
Today, astronomers look for this planet. They call it Planet X. They mean maybe the unknown planet, but it's also the 10th planet. They called it Nibiru, which means planet of the crossing, and the ancient symbol was the cross. People that look like us started to come between their planet and Earth about 450,000 years ago. Why do they look like us?
That face, right on the other side of the glass, looking right into mine, I was terrified.
Face? A human face?
A ghastly caricature, like something distorted by pressure. A horrible, grotesque imitation of the face looking right into my eyes.
Right, check this out. There should be an object up in the sky. Let's have a look. It's clearly a balloon. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Is there a Tic Tac? Oh my god. I'm tempted to send this into third phase of breathtaking footage. Please like and subscribe on my t-shirts, buy me a coffee, become a Patreon. Jesus Christ. Oh, whatever. Just put me on screen, Nick. For Christ's sake, you ballsed that right up, didn't you? Welcome back to Alien Addict, everyone. And Jesus Christ. This is the show where we discuss all things UFOs and aliens, the paranormal, and our pursuit into the mysteries unexplained. I have no idea what I was doing there. No idea. I've got 1,000 things going on. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. So, we're going to be talking about the 3-Eye Atlas. Okay, yes, we're going there. Don't worry. We're going to break things down and put things into more a realistic perspective. Is what we do on Alien Addict. But first things first, I saw something on Facebook the other day. Check this out. Hold on. No, wrong one. Where is it to? Oh, yeah. Hence, I've changed the camera view. So I was looking up here, but I've got to look over here now. So things look a little bit different. But nevertheless, I saw this and I thought, do you know what? It's quite relevant, especially in my life, actually. And it's this. It's okay to feel like shit after making the right decision or feeling bad. Sorry. It's okay to feel bad for making the right decision. Another way of saying it. And it's very, very true because this year, now actually come to think about it, the past 4 years has been, I'd say a bit tricky. I've changed like lifestyles, I've changed jobs, and it came to a point where I was self-employed, going back like 5 years ago. This was during back COVID. I was self-employed as a gardener, had my own business, earning great money. But then I had another opportunity that was more beneficial for me, which meant I had to sort of give up my business to be in a job which I'm at the moment. And I always go to myself, was that the right decision? And I go, yes, but of course it was. A more easier lifestyle, a more calmer lifestyle, for me anyway. And in one way, I felt bad for letting go of my clients that I worked so hard for. Because I worked my ass off in that 8-year period, well, 10-year period when I was pretty much self-employed. I worked my fingers to the bone and really built my business up and get to know my clients because I treated them like kind of like friends, sort of get on. We had a sort of relationship with the client. And then for me, just to give that up, and it was kind of like heartbreaking, but at the same time, it was the right decision. But did I feel bad? Yeah, of course I did. But that's part of life. And one way now, it's been 4 years. I look at it thinking, no, I've made the right decision. And sometimes I still see the clients that do a bit of private work now and then. So I think this goes for me and you and everyone else who's looking at Alien Addicts at the moment, all the world, I should say, and just say, look, sometimes if your heart says, right, this is the right decision, go for it. Trust me. All right. So I could say Hitler said the same thing, but honestly, that's I've just ruined that, didn't I? I just flipping ruined that. So let's get on to let's get on to chat. Sheep Pop, yes, loving the flags, by the way. I still kept mine up. Which my last video live stream had to be reviewed by an actual human, and I don't know why. Maybe because it was the Maria Orsic picture, because you could kind of see a bit like side boob. So maybe because it was that. But Sheep Pop, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Yes, money is not everything. And during COVID, it was a good time. But at the same time, in terms of like making money, but I was knackered. And I thought, I just can't do this anymore. That point where it goes, I just can't do it. I have to move on. But yeah, I hope that made the point across. I'm going to leave that up anyway. Benjamin, nice to see you, man. How's it going? Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute, mate. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, brother. Nice to see you. Let's just go through chat. Corbell's cat, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. UFOs around the world. Great channel, by the way. I'd love to have you on the show and vice versa. Get to talk about some UFOs and aliens and anything paranormal, anything spooky. Conspiracies. Do you deal with conspiracies? I don't know. By the way, because it's a bit of a fringe topic when it comes to YouTube, because they do not like it. But I like to talk about it. But yeah, welcome on in, man. Nice to see you. Paul Robinson, nice to see you. Welcome on in. Comet, alien, or rock? Oh, right. We'll get to it, but I'm pretty sure it's a flipping rock. That looks like a turd, apparently. Oh, no, that was a Muamua, wasn't it? That was the turd rock. Sophia, nice to see you. Welcome on in. Still loving your time-lapse videos. Keep it up. Keep it up. I've stopped doing mine because literally, it's strange how I get no views on it. And I thought, do you know what? I'll just leave for the time being. I've got a lot on anyway. But yeah, nice to see you. Nice to see you. We've got in here John Stokes. How's it going, man? How's it going? Rotary Matrix. I thought it was Rotary Motion. Oh no! You changed it, didn't you? Yeah, I'm being a retard. Do apologize, but yeah, welcome on in, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, the intro, lads, Abandon. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, the intro, right? Yeah. I know it was a balloon. I knew it was a balloon. I saw it in the distance. It was shining. I thought, I could take the piss out of the audience a little bit, you know. But it's one of those. I think it's one of those party balloons. You know, it's like a 13 number or something like that, and then the number one's just gone up and floated up. It looked like it, but it's clearly a balloon, you know. But I was tempted to send it to a few YouTube videos who promote UFO videos and stuff like that. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Welcome on in, Anne. Welcome in, man. Nice to see you, Productions. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. I haven't 420 that much, so I'm quite stable. Else we got here? Have I missed anyone else? I think. Oh, Mark Jeffrey. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. I think that's everything. Let's go all the way down. Hey, TTs. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. And I think that is everyone. And it kind of looked like a rocket balloon, I have to admit. I'll launch one in the distance and just to see what it actually looks like. But welcome on in. So, what are we going to be talking about today? Oh, well, before we do talk about 3i Atlas. Yeah, well, today technically was supposed to be my dedication to this guy here, Rik Clay. I have brought him up before on my live shows. And if you don't know who Rik was, he was a researcher back in 2007 and 8. Did so much research into the esoteric, 2012, the Mayan calendar, the royal family, a wide span of knowledge in a very short period of time of his research. And unfortunately, shortly after an interview he did in 2008, he took his own life, basically. And it's been 17 years since his passing. And it hasn't been a year when I haven't thought about Rik. And I wanted to do like a tribute episode to him, a tribute show, because we want to go through basically what he was saying back in 2008 compared to what it is now. And there are some like similarities to it, what he was basically saying. So I wanted to do it today, but I felt it was a bit too close to his anniversary. So I'm going to move it forward a little bit, but in due course, because it's immensely fascinating. I just need to, if you want to go see the video of Rik Clay, it's actually on my YouTube channel. If you put in Rik Clay in Cosmic Twilight, about 4 hours, and it is a conspiracy overload, I have to admit. But yeah, it's a shame that Rik left us so early. I don't really want to speculate, you know, what happened to his death or what happened to him. But I just want to sort of celebrate as a remembrance for Rik's research and the person, because there is a person behind this. So that's in due course. A Muamua, not a Muamua. Oh my God, Nick, come on. Umo, yeah. I need to do a follow-up on that, mate, actually, because I want to talk about the occult that is behind that. Hidden Underbelly doesn't want to touch it, which is like fair. It's like, okay, you don't want to touch anything occult-like, or the occult doesn't really want to deal with it, so to speak. Right, okay, yes, we can talk. Do you know what? I was just thinking the other day, right? Obviously, it's talking about 3i Atlas, which has been promoted by Abbey Loeb, which we'll get to that. It made me think of not just Oumuamua and, is it Bovistov or something like that? I can't remember the name of the second one. But I always say to myself, it kind of reminds me a little bit of this, Planet X. Could you remember Planet X around about 2008? So I thought to myself, is there a connection between, this sounds stupid, I know, Planet X and 3i Atlas? We're going to it. It's not really, no, don't worry. But I found that funny. Because what I found interesting over the past week looking into this subject, don't worry guys, I'll follow up with chat and everything, is the fact that we seem to be going through what I call a 2012 effect. Seems like we've been here before. What I want to do is go through basically some videos of Planet X around about 2008 and 9, just some short videos just to see what was being hyped at that time, because it's very much a connection to basically what we're going through now. I know Planet X is a planet and the 3i Atlas is a comet or interstellar object like an alien spacecraft. What is this? Radio Matrix is saying, oh, Hidden sent me a voicemail on WhatsApp. Did you see MES Bart Sabel, Bart Sabel, yeah, moon landing video recently? Very interesting. Yeah, that one, I think Alien Addict did an interview with Bart Sabel. That is, I think he did something called, no, a documentary called something funny happened on the way to the moon. Something like it's a bit of a long sentence. Yeah, I think that's the point where they actually faked the actual Earth in the sort of circular window, and when they removed the film away, you can actually see they're in orbit. Something like that. I can remember. It's been a number of years since I watched that. But no, I haven't, mate. No, I will go check it out. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a banger. God. Hey, One True Saxon. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. It's a banger. I've got Black Hunt. Oh, what is that? Brits. Can't speak. Terrible. I'm guessing that's weed, isn't it? So anyway, I was trying to find some sort of connection between Planet X and 3i Atlas. So we're going to sort of kind of go into it today. I want to bring up some videos just to show you around about 2008, 2009, right? What you were seeing on YouTube, because it's the same thing with 3i Atlas. All right. Let's bring up this one. So let's shout out this channel, which is called the... I'm just going to call you the, because those words are jumped out as a long word. So yeah, I like to thank the YouTube channel for letting me use this video. And it's 14 years old. 14 years old. So we're going back a bit. And this was released 2010. Okay, so this is how far back we're going. There was a massive hype, and I think I need to clarify the 2012 effect. And we're going to talk a little bit about Planet X, and we'll get into the 3i Atlas, because I want to sort of connect the two together, which we kind of won't, but I see my point what I come across. Around about this time period, there was a massive hype. Basically, in terms of the end of the world, something big was going to happen. Something was on its way to Earth. And I'm not saying that 3i Atlas is the same thing. That's a bit too small. Let's put a bit bigger. There we go. So I'm not saying this is the same thing. I don't like that. Oh no, I screwed it up. I think I screwed it up. I'll do. Yeah, so basically we're sort of seeing the same thing what we're seeing back then years ago. So I'm going to show you this video just to show like the hype machine back then. It's only a minute and a half. Oh, music. Okay. So December 2010. So what this person has filmed, is it still music? Yeah. This person thinks he's seeing Planet X in the sky and then uploads it to YouTube. And you're going to see this over and over and over again. Okay, so this is a very typical example. Do you know what? You can tell it's 2010. Look at the better quality. It's terrible. Potato camera. So yeah, this is clearly the sun. Or a sundog. No, it's the sun. But this is what was happening back then, because as I'm researching 3i Atlas, I'm seeing so many fake videos of, it's on its way to Earth, big prediction of world catastrophes happening because of this bloody comet or alien spacecraft on its way. I'm gonna go, hold on, there's so much like misinformation going around. I'm just going to show you another one. So that's one of them. That's called, oh yeah, so Planet X was called Nibiru, December 2010. Yeah, it's a very reoccurring thing I'm seeing basically back then compared to what it is now. Let's bring up another one, just quickly, just to show a point. Let's bring up that one because it's more like a doomsday prediction on this one here. Check this out. Apologies for the quality; it's not that great. All right, let's do this.
The Independent. Huge you to vote on the news, and here's the winner. There's a huge hidden heavenly body right here in our solar system. Evidence is mounting that either a brown dwarf star or a gas giant planet is lurking at the outermost reaches of our solar system, far beyond the planet Pluto. According to the British newspaper The Independent, the object is 4 times the size of Jupiter. Experts say the presence of such a massive object could explain why a barrage of comets has been coming from that direction. We'll post.
Scientists say it may be a new planet on the edge of our solar system. It's called Tiki, named for an ancient Greek goddess. If it's real, Tiki is a supergiant, 4 times the size of Jupiter, made of hydrogen and helium. Scientists from the University of Louisiana say it hasn't been found because it's...
Oh, it says warning graphics. There's no dirty stuff on there. It's about 2012, for Christ's sake. Right.
So far away, 15,000 times farther from the sun than Earth.
Oh, right. That's what he's talking about.
Shot of what this thing looks like. Not too impressive for the time being, but that is it. As I mentioned, it's the size of a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. And the way we're able to observe this couple ways, we use these radio telescopes. This one happens to be in Puerto Rico. Kind of interesting to see.
This has nothing to do with Planet Nibiru. I'm sorry, guys.
In the Mojave Desert of California. This thing is so incredibly effective. It can actually get an object, take a peek at an object some 10 billion miles away from planet Earth. So pretty amazing stuff. Let me show you this animation that we have from NASA. And as we pop this up, you're going to get an idea. You'll see, of course, the Earth, which is right in the middle. Then you see that line that darts right through the screen. That is the path it's going to take. It is not expected to make contact with planet Earth, but I'll tell you, if it were to, say, strike, say, the ocean, the Pacific, the Atlantic, it could make an impact that would cause a 7.0 earthquake, or possibly at the same time, create a tsunami that would be up to 70 feet in height and spread out about some 60 miles from its impact zone. So pretty interesting. Good thing is, again, not expected to hit planet Earth, but it's going to make another pass a little bit closer in the year 2092.
Does this sound familiar? Was it long ago where we had an asteroid on its way here? Could you not remember that? See, it's the same things I keep on hearing over and over again. If it hits the Earth, if this is going to happen, and if there's a threat. Bit like ufology. This was just the point I want to try to make, guys. It's just that the fact, round about that time period, you did have a lot of fear mongering, and like the end of the world. Just go through this again. I'm just seeing the cycle over and over again. What I want to do is just go through just quickly. Let's bring this back up to this. This is what you would see back in the day. Is that? End of the world, Nibiru's coming. Watch out. So yeah, what was the outcome? Nothing really happened. Let's bring up my notes on this one, and I'm not going to bore you to death. Hopefully not. Okay. Oh yeah, don't worry, I've got loads of content to show. Hey, Spirited Kennedy, how's it going? Welcome on in. Nice to see you. So yeah, enjoy some Planet X, Planet Nibiru for the time, just for the first 5 minutes, and then I'm going to get into the 3i Atlas and see what Avi Loeb is saying. Right, let's do this. Let's bring up my notes. Okay. All right. So who discovered Planet X? All right. So obviously it was discovered in the early 20th century. Hold on, wait a minute. No, hold on, wrong one. Oh my god, I've now messed up all my notes. Oh no. Okay, 2 seconds, guys. Oh god, this is what when you prepare like 5 minutes before the show. Okay, right. Just bullet points, because I'm looking for this. I'm not going to read that. So basically, the timeline for Nibiru was basically found in 1983, and it was discovered by NASA. It was NASA, the Infrared Astronomy Satellite, which is the IRAS, detected several unknown infrared sources. Oh my god, I'm going to screw this up. See what I should never read. Jenny, you're there, darling. Early press reports speculate that one might be large objects in the outer solar system. So again, we're having the sort of the same thing over again. Follow-up studies quickly identified them as distant galaxies and dust clouds, but not planets. Now, conspiracy theories at the time seized on this for the first evidence of Planet X. And I did remember around about 2008, it started to come into fruition, but it actually goes back into the 90s. So in 1995, someone called Nancy Leider and Zeta talk. We'll get to Zeta, like Zeta Reticulite. So Nancy, she was a Wisconsin woman who claims that aliens called from Zetas were sending her telepathic warnings about Planet X. So this is 1995. Now, she said it would pass near the Earth in 2003, causing a catastrophic pole shift. This became a foundation of modern Nibiru or Planet X conspiracy theories online culture, which is very much true. Now, obviously, I didn't sort of have my awakening stage until 2007, around about that time period. So 2003 is a bit before my time. So yeah, obviously it was out there on the internet for sure. Obviously nothing happens, and she claims that Zetas delayed it to confuse the government. Of course it did. This was the first big failed prophecy, but did not kill the theory. Now, let's go to 2012. Got another picture here. Yeah, so 2012 and the Mayan calendar hype. Now, the conspiracy or the alternative movement, I should say, would classify Nibiru to be, well, there's one, it was actually passing, and secondly, it was actually going to hit the Earth, like this picture right here. And this was taken from a website back in 2008. So this is what the whole hype, what's happening now, right? And it was the lead up to the December 21st, 2012 Mayan calendar, the end of the Mayan calendar, I should say. They claim that Nibiru would either collide with Earth or pass through a close enough for massive destruction. Obviously, the gravitational pull would have like again that massive pole shift. Hey, John P. Adventures, John, I'm so sorry, brother. I just checked on my emails because I was setting up something else different, and I clocked your email. I'm really sorry. But tomorrow I'll arrange an interview with you during the week. I'm so sorry, man. I've got like 5 emails like going through at the moment. Hey, Green Tea, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So yeah, John, I'll get back to you on the email, mate. Hey, Darkest Gooner. I sound Australian then. All right, mate. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, man. Nice to see you. Jesus Christ, I'm 420 not enough yet. Yes, 420, bro. Absolutely. Join the club. I'd say you don't have to 420 to join the club. This is like my open bar, so to speak. You know that because you've got a bloody British flag in the background. So yes, go back to Nibiru. But welcome on in, everyone, to the new people in chat. Oh, that's fine, man. Yeah, and I hope you're recovering well. I'm not going to say it's don't worry, it's nothing. It's nothing harsh, but I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're recovering well. Hey, Scottish Alan, 420. See, 420. This is it. Don't make me 420 because I ain't going to read it otherwise. I'll read first and then 420. Welcome on in, man. Nice to see you. Ed, mate, I'm just getting started. Don't worry. I'm just rambling and babbling. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. Let's bring up so you can see the timeline so far. 2003. Now we've gone to 2012. The hype. Man. So at this time period, NASA revealed thousands of public questions, received thousands of public questions, even from scared children to astronomers repeatedly explaining such no planets exist. Now, NASA was saying the complete opposite, but I think they did a U-turn eventually. So obviously the date passed with no events. This was 2012. Now between 2015 and 17, YouTube Nibiru Panic. I put picnic there. What an idiot. A new wave of doomsday dates spreading through YouTube videos and blogs. Well, we're seeing that right now. No, nothing's changed, isn't it? Nothing's changed at all. Some tried Nibiru to pass on 30th September the 23rd, 2017. I remember that. Biblical prophecies, oh my God, about Virgo and Revelations 12. Others said it would appear in 2015 or 16. Again, another date. Each date passed very quietly. Absolutely, bloody well did. At this point, this was, they coined the phrase Nibiru cataclysm. Peak on this is where like the peak period. I know I remember this time period. So you can see where we've gone through over the years. And obviously 2019, 2020, they had the eclipse and pandemic theories as well. So that was sort of spreading like wildfire. So you can see the pattern that's been happening here. So 2003 to 2012, 2017, and it seems to be the same for asteroids and the ongoing so like doomsday prophecies and stuff like that. Look, this is to do with YouTube. This is to do with the internet. People are going to make videos to get the clicks and gets the likes. Hence the flipping thumbnail I made, trying to flash it in people's faces. So I'm not saying this is the same thing for 3i Atlas, so to speak. I do think, but there is kind of like this build up. I mean, the doomsday thing is a lot of things going on, like Project Bluebeam, like the wars going around the world at the moment. There's a lot of stuff going on. It seems like something's brewing. False flag. Hope YouTube didn't ban me for that. Because they're shit hot. Hey, how's it going? Jay Hardesty, nice to see you, man. Welcome on in. And we got Godstopper. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day, both of you. Welcome on into the show. So you can see the point where I'm coming across. The videos that I showed you, there was a massive hype. Something was going to happen. I just find this the same recurring thing with 3i Atlas. I really do, guys. I really, really do. And what else have we got here in terms of... Yeah, here's a typical example, what you would see back in 2008. Planet X, Nibiru, and the Anunnaki. So we've got the aliens coming in to the fruition here. Actually, the intro that I showed you with... I forgot the guy's name. Is it Zachariah Sitchin? Yeah, I think it might have been. Yes, I think it was actually that guy. He's saying that the Anunnaki that look like us, which is where we basically came from, according to him, basically will come in 2012, and obviously nothing happened, didn't it? Even that spiritual awakening, there was a massive hype for spiritual awakening. I don't know. I just think there was a lot of theories going on back in the day, guys. There was a lot of theories going on. So yes, let's get to 3i Atlas. Okay, I got some questions to ask on this one. Let's bring my notes up because I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on. Well, actually off on this one and ask some very damning questions. Ew, let's have a look at this. Let's get through chat for a bit. George Knapp jumped the book bandwagon. Back in the day, I think before the internet. Is he still making another one? Or is he making another one? This is it. Alien Addict, have you ever looked into Seth speaking through Jan? No, I haven't actually. No. Is that the title? Oh, Jane Robinson's. Oh, sorry. I missed that last bit there. No, I haven't. No, I tell you what. I have trusty pen that I tend to stick in my mouth so I look more sophisticated. I can't even say that word properly. I'm not going to write that down. No, I haven't. If it's worth looking into, I shall definitely check it out. I need 420. I'm very nervous today. I don't know why. I shouldn't be. What else we got here? Have I missed anyone else in chat? No, I think that's everyone. Right, okay. Oh, she channels aliens. Okay. I'll have a little look, Sophia. I'll have a little look. Yeah, let's get on. What shall I do, actually? Ooh, what shall I do? Well, I've got some hard questions to ask about this 3i Atlas. Obviously, it's big in the UFO community at the moment. Just going to take a swig of my cold coffee. And I promise myself I will not belch anymore on this stream. I will do it on Hidden Underbellies because that's fine. But this one, I promise I won't. So no more belching. Well, be more professional, Nick. Be more professional. So, some very hard questions to ask about this object, the interstellar object, the alien spacecraft, the nuclear alien spacecraft, somehow. So how do we know that this is an alien nuclear spacecraft? First one. Have we got any proof that this is an extraterrestrial interstellar object? Obviously, extraterrestrial in origin. Have we communicated with this object? Now, that goes down to the YouTube channels that I've been coming across to say that it did, but that's actually false. We have not. Do we have any clear enough photographs to clarify it's an alien in origin? I think that's it there. That's what other question. which institution, another big fancy word, which institutions are involved in this observation and what is their conclusion? All right. If this was an alien spacecraft, it would be a ISO, not a UFO, because it would have been identified. And who is pushing the data or the hypothesis of the alien spacecraft? We'll get to that in a minute. Is this person, hence Avi Loeb, as well as pushing this, does he have any credibility? Secondly, has he screwed up before? And what is the outcome from the previous asteroids that have passed? Obviously, we're talking about Oumuamua and Brevrov or something like that. I can't remember. So yeah, that's like my 10 questions to ask. Now, to really get some clarification on what this could be. Now, the scientific institutions, corporations, will say that this is just a comet. This is just a comet. But Avi Loeb is saying no, because it's actually given off certain quantities of gas. Now, I'm just going to go just quickly through this. And I hope the camera change is a bit different. You can actually see my face. See my face? Yes, a lot of changes to Alien Addict coming very, very soon. And I'm talking about quality. I'm talking about 4K quality and new microphone and everything else. Yes. So that's Nibiru. That can piss off. That's old news. Oh, that's so 15 years ago. But is there a connection between the two? 3i Atlas and Nibiru. We shall get to it. So what is 3i Atlas? So this is obviously an interstellar object that scientists confirmed that is a comet, and it has entered our solar system in mid-2025. Discovered by Atlas Survey Telescope in Chile on the 1st of July 2025, and it is a hyperbolic trajectory. Is that right? Hyperbolic trajectory means that it came from the outer solar system and it is headed back into interstellar space. So it's not technically going to hit Earth, isn't it? So what's this bloody doomsday nonsense been portrayed about? I sound posh there. What's going on? Astronomers quickly confirmed ignore that word. Something about activities without gas. This is it. This is what I want to try to talk about. Yeah, for the people in chat. Now, I know I shouldn't talk about, hey, S-Hammers, how's it going, man? Better late than never, mate. Just get started, brother. I just had a bit of a chin and wag for the past 10 minutes, so don't worry. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome on in, man. Nice to see you. And we got Joe. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, welcome into the show. So, oh yeah, got some newcomers. Awesome. Let's get into this. So basically what's happening is that this object is actually given some sort of outgas and substance like CO2, water, and CO. Okay. And this was observed by instruments such as JWST and Severe X. All right. So we do have some clarification. It is giving off some sort of gas. Look, one way I could say, look, science evolves on a daily basis. Okay. Obviously, the trajectory is completely different, but has this actually happened before? No, it hasn't. But it might have happened 100 years ago. We don't really know until we've actually done more like further analysis. It might have happened before, but this is it. We don't really know. So to speak. But Avi Loeb is pushing that this is an interstellar object because it's traveling in a different direction and because it's given off a trail and then CO2 and water, so to speak. But that just might be a new learning curve for science. I'm not here to debunk Avi Loeb. I'm very, very skeptical what information is coming out, especially through News Nation. They seem to be the people that are really pushing this, and so is the UFO community as well. And we need to be very, very critical on what information we're consuming, especially on the internet, flipping X and social media. Okay, this is it. Especially the people involved. Very, very important to learn from the people involved and have they made any mistakes in the past? Not necessarily mistakes, but what they were saying back in the day. For instance, this isn't the first time you had an interstellar object, and what is the outcome of it? It's proving it whether or not it's an interstellar object such as a UFO or an alien spacecraft.
this is it. It's so up in the air. And Rotary actually put a scam, and maybe it's a distraction. But again, that's more like what Bender J.R. Porter would say, the backslapper. I like that word, the backslappers. That's what he calls us. You know, the people that think that ufology is pretty much like a psyop, which it kind of is when you look at it. You know, we're not necessarily going to get the truth out of anything. And I think this is the same thing for the 3i Atlas. It's all about speculation, but the UFO community is running with it. It's like, oh, there's something odd about it. And yeah, sure, there is something odd about it, but I'm not going to jump to the conclusion because Avi Loeb said this is a nuclear alien spacecraft. Where's your proof? I need to grab the proof. I need something to go by. But it's good to speculate, but the overall outcome, I just don't think we're going to get the truth about anything, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is a picture of 3i Atlas right here. And it's just a big glowing orb. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anything I can add to this? Because I can just bring up Avi Loeb because he's going to talk about this pretty much in more depth than I do. Yeah, so obviously this was a glimpse of the 3i Atlas that was taken by the... Oh, no, it's saying here that false color images from the Hubble Space Telescope, slow, just speaking, Nick, highlighting that the comet's glowing aroma and dust emissions. Okay, so this is why it's actually given off the sort of the trail effect. A view from the Gemini telescope capturing compact coma and... Do you know what? Sod this. I'm just going to bring up Avi Loeb. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth itself. Yes. Let's do this. Where are you to, Avi? You're here somewhere, mate. There you are. The man himself. So this is the guy, not that guy. This one on the right-hand side, Avi Loeb himself. He's going to go through basically his hypothesis of this interstellar object. This is the only decent one I can find, guys. Actually, shall I put that? It doesn't do with chat. It just blocks my face. Hello, everyone over here. All right, let's do this.
Has anomalies. It moves on a trajectory that is very unusual. It is aligned with the orbit of the Earth around the Sun, and it will get extremely close to the inner planets, like, for example, Jupiter, Mars, or Venus. It will arrive closest to the Sun when the Earth is on the opposite side, so we won't be able to look at it. And that's the point where a spacecraft could make a maneuver to slow down. And it's coming from the direction of the Milky Way galaxy, the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh, sorry for pausing, guys. Yeah, John P. Adventures. I tell you, that's really annoying. Hold on. I can see. There we go. Let's just do that. Actually, no, I like that one a bit better. John, I do know of Gigi Young, not because she's beautiful, okay, but she does put out pretty good content. She talks a lot about Vril and Maria Orsic. That woman, again, she gets Maria Orsic. I'm having dreams about her. It's just like, I don't know if she's real. No, she's not real, Nick. You know that. You've done your research into it. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Gigi Young, I would like to take some of her research and apply it to Vril. We've got to talk about Vril again at some point. But no, yeah, thanks for reminding me, John. But yes, I have heard of Gigi Young, absolutely, and her work for sure.
The sky is very crowded with stars, so that's why it took a while to notice it. And altogether, you know, the chance of this trajectory is less than 0.
I guess so, but why does he have to push the alien aspect? This is it. Why is he saying that this is a nuclear alien spacecraft? I mean, how is he supposed to get funding for that? It's very fringe. It's very woo. And I know he's a Harvard professor, if I'm correct on that. At the same time, you know, he's the one that's pushing this quite fringe thoughts on this interstellar object, where the scientific community is saying that this is just a comet. So for him to get funding from who, I don't know. This is it. But no, you make a good point. And yet there is no harm done of actually trying to get funding to look into this more. if you manage to do it, that's absolutely fine. But I won't really trust Abby as far as I can fucking throw him. I need to stop swearing as well. I do apologize.
2% to be aligned with the orbit of the Earth around
Hey,
the Sun. Less than
Chill Still
1
Lux.
part
How's it
in
going, man? Nice to
20,000
see you.
to arrive so close to the other planets.
Hope you're having a good day,
And one
man.
wonders, could it be
What's your thoughts on
design trajectory? And
Ivy
I'm
Loeb
not
and
saying that we know,
A3
but
Atlas?
I'm saying that we need
3i
to
Atlas, I
collect
should
more
say.
data to figure out the nature of this object. And if it turns out to be a comet, if it's surrounded by a beautiful
Okay, mate.
cometary tail
I see where you go with that.
that is glowing in the sunlight as it gets closer to the sun, so be it. But from now on, the Rubin Observatory in Chile will discover a new interstellar
Productions, if you're
object
gone, man.
every few months.
Hope you're having a good day, and
we should
yeah,
check
catch you next
whether
time.
any of these objects
Thanks for
might
popping
be
in.
technological in origin, because it's a security risk to Earth.
Right. How do you check that? So it's interesting you mentioned about the trail that might indicate it's a comet.
I know
what would
YouTube
be
don't
the
like it, mate.
signs that
They put
it's
you right on the bottom of
not
the
a
list. But
comet?
yeah, welcome on in, man.
Well, so
the thing. Right, let me just let's say something. You know, the Americans don't like swearing, but where I'm from in the southwest, I'm from Bristol, right? We say this, we swear like troopers. You even my nan does, even she brings up the C word. So I'm trying to make this professional, but mate, it's so hard to when you spend like 35 years, you're like flipping swearing, especially the F word. But yeah, but welcome on in, man. Nice to see you.
A scale of risk
It's plenty
from
hard not to
interstellar
swear.
objects, similar to the Richter scale for the risk from earthquakes. A 0 would mean that we identify a beautiful tail and it looks just like a regular comet. We can infer the composition of the tail. It's similar to comets. A 10 would mean that the object maneuvers in ways that cannot be explained by the force of gravity, that there must be an engine in it, or it has an unusual shape, or it has artificial lights. And there should be an organization that decides whether an incoming object could be a risk, because we talk a lot about existential risks from artificial intelligence, from climate change, from an asteroid that may impact the Earth, but we don't talk at all about the possibility of alien tech. And I think we should take it into consideration, because we sent out spacecraft that would leave the solar system.
Well, let's talk about.
Yeah, this is going very fringe, isn't it? Like, I said it went burp, already did, didn't I? Do apologize for that. But this is the problem: is that UFOs and aliens is still a fringe topic, guys. You know, is obviously there's been. Oh my god, I am screwing up the names now. Was it who funded Skinwalker Ranch? It was the Department of Defense. ATIP, the Advanced, it's either ATIP, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ALSAP, the Advanced Aerospace Weapon Systems Application Program, or something like that. One of the two actually managed to get funding to have a look into like paranormal activities on Skinwalker Ranch, alien activity. Yeah, Frugal, that's it. Yeah, sorry, mate. Brendan Frugal. Brandon, I think his name is. See, the names are screwing up, man. I'm 420 today. But yeah, he was actually being funded to actually look into Skinwalker Ranch. So there is funding for that. But Avi Loeb is a Harvard professor, isn't he? He does have some qualifications. He does. He's up there. But a lot of people are latching on to what he says as true fact. And for me, I'm like, let's just take a step back before we jump into the conclusion. We'll continue. Just a couple of more minutes.
That for a second. So it is estimated to be about 12 miles long. Okay. You, and correct me if I'm wrong, you want to use NASA's Juno spacecraft to intercept the path of that.
Yeah.
It has instruments that could study it. It could change the trajectory of the orbit. Can you explain a little bit more how this would work?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, Abby. Hold on, Abby. Yeah, the C word is a very controversial word, isn't it? Especially in America. I know that a few Americans that don't like it. But, we use it like my missus uses it on a daily basis. I need to. Do you know what? I was going to bring up a video of like a breathing exercise. I might have to do that. I'm really nervous today, guys. Like my heart is pounding like throughout this live stream. I don't know why.
So we should take advantage of the fact that it comes so close to Jupiter. It's quite amazing. If you look at Jupiter's orbit, it just gets to the point where 3i Atlas will be on the 16th of March, 2026. And I calculated that if we give a small kick to Juno of 2.6 kilometers per second, just around the time when NASA was thinking of just sinking it into Jupiter.
Remember the news clip I showed you back in 2010? What was another comet was passing between Mars and the Sun. Remember that? Was that Oumuamua? No, that was way before that. No, it was way before Oumuamua. But it's very interesting seeing the same thing once again.
Because it's the end of the mission. And I'm saying instead of letting it dive into Jupiter, just kick it out
All right.
away from Jupiter.
I'll take your word for
with
it, mate.
the right orientation, it will actually intercept the path of 3I Atlas. And it's an amazing opportunity for us to learn much more about this object. Because we can't launch any rocket from Earth that would intercept this object. It's moving too fast relative to Earth in the opposite direction of the motion of Earth around the sun.
You wrote that if this 3I Atlas is a technological artifact, it could be evidence of the dark forest hypothesis. What is that?
That's one of the solutions to Fermi's paradox, which is the question, where is everybody? And of course, it's possible that aliens are out there, but they are worried about predators and therefore they're silent, as if they are in a dark forest. And if they see a civilization like ours, a young technological civilization that gets more powerful over time, and they are listening to us, they might send a probe or a spacecraft on a reconnaissance mission or with some other goals. And we should be ready for that. We should monitor the sky and be aware of that potential possibility. And just ignoring it is not intelligent on our behalf.
I know.
Thatcher's
Play the advert. Shut up.
Delicious.
Yeah, I think that was the end of the interview itself. I tell you what. I really enjoy a good old Thatcher's. Now, people in America, I think that would go down like a treat. Thatcher's is made in like the Southwest, and I tell you, it's the best cider. And they got like this apple. It is like this. What is it called? No, blood orange, black currant, and oh my god, I could die for a cider right now. Sponsor time, yeah. Thatcher's sponsor Alien Addict. What's a fucking grinding noise? God, really fancy cider now. I've got any in the fridge. The only thing I've got booze wise, all right, I went to B&M and I got that. It's a Breeze Zingy Orange. I don't know what it is. It's probably vodka, and I flipping hate vodka. Just want something a bit twangy to use. So we were talking about Avi, wasn't it? Yeah, Avi Loeb. Right. Sponsor me, Thatcher's. I played your advert for Christ's sake.
Comet 3I Atlas was discovered on July 1st. According to NASA, it is just the third known object to be discovered within our own solar system.
Just going back to what Sheepopo says. I can be quiet with that. It's literally right next to the actual microphone. Yes, all theatre, a global script repeats, and this is what I mean, guys. We're going through a cycle. We're just going through a cycle of hyping up theories that really lead to nowhere, and that is pretty much ufology, isn't it? Until you give me hardcore proof that this is according to Avi Loeb, a nuclear alien spacecraft that have some sort of engine in it. I just need that proof. I need to grab it, smell it, stick it in my face, lick it, and then I want the full shebang. I nearly went completely dirty there. I really apologize. I need something to grasp my fingers with. You know what I mean? But at the same time, do I trust Avi? Guys, could you just help me out here? Your thoughts on Avi Loeb? Just put it quickly in chat because I just want to bring it up because there are videos on Avi Loeb that debunking Avi Loeb, and I know Professor Dave did one video on him, and it's like 45 minutes long. So, as like an overall conclusion, I mean, we've got a mix up between Planet X and Nibiru. Yeah. I just, because he's a Harvard professor, it's like, oh, well, he's got credibility. So, well, sure, to a certain degree, but we are dealing with very mainstream scientists, academics. And I'm talking about mainstream and stick to one side, but why would he come forward and say that this interstellar object is an alien spacecraft when it's basically just a flipping glowing light in the sky? Oh, but it has no trail, so it's definitely not a comet. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, we don't. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough, but it doesn't make it an alien spacecraft. I mean, how do you know that comets don't really go off that sort of effect? Just saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna bash the guy. I'm not here to like sort of shit on the guy. It's just I just don't trust him. I don't trust anyone in ufology who are putting this idea out that this is the interest, because he said it before, Muamua, and what was the second one, guys? Was it Brovstock or something like that? I know, I think it was something Russian. I can't remember. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, but at the same time, I just, yeah, like Corbell's cat's probably just like another grifter. He wants that money, he wants that funding. I got nothing wrong with that. You know, is that for personal use though, or is it to actually look into through Atlas? But then that will pass, and then another one will come along, and then another disappointment. It just seems like Rotary says. Or theatre. Pretty much what we're seeing at the moment. I hate to sound like a Debbie Downer, but listen, guys, especially the people that are new to the live stream, is that when you've been through this topic, community, field, as one would say, for a long period of time, you get to understand the players involved, and it's learning from these people's mistakes, learning from what people are saying, like the Nazca mummies. Who was involved with that? Heidi Masson. Well, the guy's been caught lying over and over again. And people say to me, "Oh, you're just being racist because you don't trust the Mexican scientists to look into." I'm not joking. Like literally looking into the Nazca mummies. I'm like, "Oh, I'm not flipping racist because of that." It's like we just need more credible scientists, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. It just needs to be more of a hardcore look into this. I mean, there's bloody bold claims that these Nazca mummies are potentially aliens or some form of human hybrids. I don't know, just sort of pushing it out there. So getting funding to look into it, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But using it for personal use, like buying a home and stuff like that, go on a flipping 12-week cruise or something like that. Or a different matter there. I think it's kind of sus that how far he stepped away from the mainstream, but his colleagues haven't called him out. Yeah, good point, actually. Very good point. What institute was he part of? Was it the Galileo project? Am I right on that one? Comet, that's it. Oh God, Comet, bro. Moody, if you're there, break it up for me, for Christ's sake. Broadstov. I don't know, it sounds like Bob. Hey, Bob. Nice to see you. Avi Lube. Yeah, well, looking through chat, we all got mixed opinions on it. 99% all fake as gay. Yes. Yeah, I think we just led to just disappointment, guys. But look, I'll do an update on Thrive Atlas. But I just think for the time being, there is a lot of hype behind this in terms of this interstellar object is actually extraterrestrial. I just need more proof than just trust me, bros. And well, it doesn't have a tail, so it's got to be an interstellar object. Like, sorry, it's got to be an alien spacecraft. It's like, let's just not quite go there yet. But why is he saying it though? Why is he coming forward? So, Bor Estov. Thank you. There we go. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on Avi Loeb. I'm not going to shit on the guy. I'm not going to hurt. He seems like I'll have to have a conversation with him. Say, hey, bro, what's going on there, man? What's going on there? What are you up to? And, no, I will have a decent conversation with him for sure. He's a Harvard professor. He seems to be up there as a very credible academic, but he comes across as a bit. Well, his ideas about this interstellar object 3 times now has gone a bit too woo-ish, I would say. So let's see what the mainstream media are saying about what's actually happening, because I've got some news articles here. Right, first things first. No, we show that at the end because I thought, what is going on? It's a very, very weird thing to bring up. So this here is a news article. Why is it just being gay? Okay, fine. Leave it like that. Sorry, guys, if you can't see, I'll have to change everything around in due course. So yeah, this news article came out. Is Planet X really on its way? Oh no, this is Planet X. No, Planet X, you're gone and dusted, mate. No, not that one then. Okay, fine, fair enough. What about personal alien hostile threat? No, that's not it. Okay. Oh yes. Oh my god, I had a massive brain fart right there. Let's just bring up my notes. This is a definitely worth podcast to watch or listen to. Right, that's that. Let's bring this up. So this is called Kurt Meds. Oh, I always butcher his last name. He's on Jimmy Kimmel's show on YouTube and Joe Rogan. He's very out there as a very alternative, no bullshit sort of guy, like no nonsense. He says it like it is, and this is what I appreciate on his YouTube channel right here. I think it's just started. It's only got like 5 shows up already. Kurt, I gotta say your name right. I do my best. Metzger, or something like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna play a very short clip from this because it has one of my favorite YouTube channels on here, Dark Journalist Danail himself, on this live stream here, and the link is in description, and this is obviously for fair use. I'm just gonna play a couple of clips because Daniel makes some very, very good points here. Now, guys, have you checked this out at all? Oh, is it Jimmy Dore? Is that it? I think I said his name wrong, isn't it? So I'm just looking for chat. Okay, you won't have a good time. That's all right. Right, let's bring this up. This is Dark Journalist on Kurt Menzer show, and I'm going to put it to 241. I think that's it there. Okay, let's go back a bit. Right, let's do this.
Yeah. If this is what blows my mind and horrifies me the most is everybody that waits for disclosure. This is why I like Daniel's show.
Oh my
because
God.
And I directly got this from Daniel's show when I was on Rogan last when that stupid documentary came out. Okay.
Age of Disclosure.
Yeah, Age of Disclosure.
Not coming out yet. They're
Brought to you by the CIA, right?
It hasn't come out?
No,
they got hung up. Yeah, because Elizondo sued the writer and all that stuff.
There's a lot of bullshit happening. That's probably what it is. But, you know, the cover story is, I mean, also is that they think that they're going to be thrown in prison. And I don't know how true that is. That's also a great way to sell a movie when it finally comes out. You know what I mean?
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing in the movie that would get anyone in prison because they've done screenings of it. And the people who've seen it, they did one in Austin.
Somebody recounted it, and I kind of knew everything that was.
It's a real Epstein binder of a movie. Put it that way. It's a wave your Epstein binder, jerk off.
I like him.
Yeah, it really does feel like a lot of, you know. I mean,
so I knew about
defense contracted up, you know.
Oh wait, Mark, super chats are working. Does that mean we have super chats, or they're just working? Oh, he's made. Oh,
super
so I got
chats are live.
Okay.
Yeah, you can accept them now.
Oh, do I have to do it or you could do it?
Okay, so I was just something a little bit short about the Age of Disclosure, which is obviously that trailer that came out, which I think is great hype, something that's the outcome is gonna lead to absolutely nothing. I don't, like I said, I tried to have a positive outlook on ufology, modern day ufology, but the signs are telling me, like, hold on a minute, like there's something going on here. We need to be very careful what information we're consuming because it's very clearly obvious that we are being pushed in a very certain direction. And my God, have I talked to death on that? But I thought I was very interested in. Yeah, go check out, guys. It's actually in the description. Go check it out. The show's called Derp with Kerp, which I quite like. Derp. So yeah, go check it out. Dark Journalist. He is up there as the guy who's pretty much cracked down the JFK assassination and obviously links into the aerospace company. and into the X-Files as well. Definitely worth checking out. And it's called Dark Journalist. I know Montreal Saxon knows of him as well. And also Joseph P. Farrell goes on the show and all that. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. But there is just one more clip I just want to show. 241. And this is all about Avi Loeb. So 241.35. 241. Let's do it there.
You know, if he got his booster, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the thing is, don't trust them on Free Eye Atlas either.
What's that again?
Nonsense. The space threat of coming on in. Avi Loeb is saying,
That's the
hey,
next. Oh yeah, Avi.
that's like
Israeli
a Muamua,
tech
man. It's
fucking
coming.
intel guy.
Yeah, Avi has been on our show, which is hilarious.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
We're starting up again. We'd love to have both of you. Kurt's coming on. But
Excellent.
yeah,
Avi is like next door to me. His physics lab is right here.
Oh, is he? Interesting guy. Totally
yeah.
nice guy. Totally friendly interactions with him, but there definitely does seem to be
A lot of intel people are nice guys, and I don't hold it against.
He's
them.
out of Talpiot. I mean, you know.
He's what?
He's directly out of Talpiot, which is basically the military intelligence out of Israel for a decade.
Oh yeah.
Israel DARPA.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, I mean, he came over here in 1983 to work on Star Wars. That's incredible. Can you imagine the knowledge this guy has?
Maybe it'll help with our Golden Dome prison that they're going to make for us.
Let's get the UFO defense grid up.
What
Come
do
on,
you
sooner the
think?
better.
All right, if you guys are at elevator pitch, what what is actually happening right now? What would you fucking say?
They're losing control of the thing. That's what's happening. So you see a lot of panic moves. Things aren't going. I don't know why. I'm all about it though. I love it. I hope it falls apart further, especially
Love his honesty.
Ukraine. I can't. I mean,
right. We'll cut that there. Woo! But you see the point these guys are coming across. Now, there's one clip of Kurt saying right here that the fact he was talking about Louis Elizondo and basically where he is in ufology and where he's basically. This guy has not seen any evidence of extraterrestrials. He's been told he's seen it, and yet he's the one has been put up for the disclosure guy who's going to give us disclosure, where he's obviously a counterintelligence intel, basically, and that is coming from him himself. There's one clip of Louis Elizondo when he says, "I'm not a ufologist. I'm a counterinsurgents, counter-espionage guy." He says, I'm not a ufologist. I'm not a ufologist. I never was. I never will be. And he said he applied his counterintelligence skills and he put that into the UFO community. He literally said that. It's like, and people still believe the guy, like he's going to giving us some sort of disclosure. So, whoa, hold a minute. We need to take a step back and reevaluate what these people are saying. And this is what I think with ufology at the moment is that we need to be very, very careful of what these people are saying and learn from their mistakes. Absolutely, 100%. But yeah, go check this out, guys. This is the link is in the description. Go check it out. He's just started, Kurt, and yeah, give him some support. But he has no holdbacks, and that's what I appreciate, especially in today's society. Obviously, he's on our side, so to speak. Well, no, he is on our side, but he just says it like it is. And I think it's quite refreshing to people like Kurt to come forward, especially on YouTube. And he has a following. So I thought I'd just show that. So, yep, another Trust Me Bro with no proof. Yeah, this is it. I need proof now. I'm not expecting to have a cardboard box being placed in front of me and saying, "Here's all the evidence." I'm not expecting that. Is it a slow drip disclosure? I don't think so. Is it a catastrophic disclosure? Oh God, please, absolutely not. I think that whole phrase is very much redundant now. Even slow drip disclosure, I think we're led down a path where we're not going to get any truth. Now, there is a new congressional hearing coming out. Hey, Dead Pish Cheese Spread. Nice to see you. Welcome on in, man. Hey. Yeah, hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. So there is going to be a live stream, an actual live stream of the live event of the congressional hearings that sometime in September. I think it might be a Wednesday or Tuesday. And I will be doing a live stream on that. So you can all come in. You can all take the piss out of these people and all that nicely. Obviously, we always do. But we could have a bit of a chin wag and a bit of a laugh, a bit of a 420. So we get to see what these people are saying. I think Eric Burleson has been on the panel, and amongst, I'm not sure actually who's been confirmed, but yeah, we will get to that live stream. But yeah, go check it out. The show right there, link is in description. Do you have anything else to talk about? Yes, I do. Somebody put a comment up. He does pop into our live stream now and then. All right. And it was this. Okay, so this is called Must Marcus Dave. I think it's been in our chat before, especially on a live stream. And this is all to do with Maria Orsic and the Vril Society that I did last week's live show. And he put this comment, and he says, I can't believe you did a whole show on this complete bullshit. Come on, mate. I'm not for those one who put like shitty comments, but I thought I'll put this just nicely. I'm just going to get to the point. So I said, I have no issue discussing the reasons why I don't believe in Maria Orsic's story. It's a fabrication largely promoted by the UFO community. I provide the original source for the story. However, there is no credible evidence that Maria Orsic ever existed. And I make that point very clearly. I don't think he actually watched the actual show. He probably just got to like the intro with all the Maria Orsic videos and thinking, oh, why does this guy think that this person is real? And this is the misconception that people think, that I'm promoting Maria Orsic, and I'm not. I'm actually kind of like debunking her. I mean, I don't mean to. It's just that the fact that if you go back through the original publications, which I clearly show in my last live stream, and you go through the timeline, it's like, well, there's no evidence of her ever existed. But the UFO community are literally pushing that as her and the whole aspect of the Vril Society. I mean, there's no real evidence for Vril Society either as being real. And I don't see any videos on YouTube doing what I did. Okay, so I think it was worth having a more realistic perspective on the whole subject, and not just me saying, oh yeah, Maria Orsic, she was definitely real, trust me on that one. You know, she uses telepathic communications from an advanced civilization. It's like, well, okay, where do these stories come from? Let's break it down. I think that's more a mature way of approaching the topic, because every single video I've seen on Maria Orsic is like proclaiming her as to be real. It's like, let's take a step back and have a little look at this information. Where is this information coming from? Who's giving this information? Why am I receiving this information? Very important aspects to any researcher. Okay. Who, what, why? Ask those things. So yeah, I thought it's just worth giving my thoughts on this, because this is my forte of a topic. Come on in, darling. There we go. Come on in. So my cat right here. You stay down, darling. Yeah, so I thought I just want to give my perspective, a more realistic perspective. And this was not to destroy any men's boners on this, but I mean, a lot of men get a lot of boners of Maria Orsic, but she don't exist. And I go for that very much clearly. But clearly, Marcus, if you're watching, hey man, no hard feelings, but I just don't think you actually watched the video, the live stream. So yeah, anyway, right. Go figure. Go flipping figure, right? I was looking up a UFO sighting. I can bring it up. I'm not joking. Look, I didn't put that there on purpose. I'm going to show you what I mean by... My cat's looking up. No, you stay there, darling. You behave yourself. Yeah, there. Now, tell me what the first thing that you see. I tell you, let's bring up the photograph. Right, that's an actual website. I was looking up a UFO sighting, and it came up with a woman basically. That's AI. No, it's not. Basically, all women do that, apparently. But I thought, why are you putting that? Like, I'm just trying to find like a UFO sighting. So this is called John Sill built UFO, which is, I'm going to show you right now. Let's get that ass off the screen, for Christ's sake. Hey man, you don't have to apologize to be late. Trust me, man. Don't worry. You're here now. That's the main thing. What's going to bring up that ass? No. What am I doing? Ruin it. I'm going to show you where that come from. Is this? I thought it was quite interesting. Ever heard of this before? Let's make it a bit bigger. It's really annoying. This here is someone called John, who basically harnessed the the what can I say? The mechanisms of what Tesla was using, and he engineered this UFO spacecraft, which I quite like to do on the next episode, maybe, or a couple of episodes time. So I got that in the pipeline. So when that ass popped up, I was like, "What the hell was that about?" It's nothing to do about the UFO sighting, but I will be talking about this, which is quite interesting. Whether or not that's actually real or not, I'm not too sure. Guys, have you heard of this sighting before? Yeah, there we go. It's not a sighting. This is what he actually built, and whether or not these actually true or not. Let's have a little look on this one. No, okay. But yeah, I thought I might do an episode on that. It seems quite interesting, actually. Cosmic Ray, Excellent Venus Adventures. John Searle built UFO flown. Yeah, that's it there. So yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to do like just a short video on that. Be pretty cool. What else we got here? What else we got? Women's volleyball is a very great sport. You know, you see no women in the actual in the stands, but it's just the men. You know, women don't blame us when men. I mean, when we talk about Anna Paulina Luna, or whatever bloody name is, I always screw her name up. But we talked about how hot she was because we're men. It's what we do, isn't it? Right, let's get that off the screen and see what else I got. Let's bring up Twitter and see what we got on Twitter. Righty tight. What is going on the amazing platform that is called Twitter? No, X. I always call it Twitter for some odd reason. It's been imprinted in my mind. Yeah, I think that photograph might be, mate. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll look into it. Yeah, those legs did look kind of weak, didn't they? But yeah, I'll probably do a little follow-up for next live stream. Just quickly, not dedicate a whole episode to it. So what's going on, excuse me, in Twitter land? Twitter is one we call it. So this was popped up.
Yo, son, it's Carlo. They're coming to get me up. Like this. I swear to God, it is. I swear it is. That's them. Look how they moving around and shit. They talking to us. I swear to God.
Did you hear the guy? We're coming, peace.
I swear to God. Yo, look at that shit.
There's a lot of Doctor Who, doesn't it? I don't know. Right, I'm going to be honest with you. My new phone does this really weird thing. It's only at night, though. If I film an aircraft in the sky, I was just like testing out the zoom. And I noticed if I, like a certain angle, it's not really angle, it's like the zoom or something like that. And the perspective of the plane flashing at night, it will give off like a halo effect, like something like a propulsion system of something circular. Kind of looks like this. I'll bring up the video next week because I found it quite interesting because I've seen a lot of UFO sightings I've seen on X that produce this sort of like halo around this object, and my phone was doing exactly the same thing. I was like, what the bloody hell is this? It's like, it looked like he was giving off a circular propulsion system, but it was just the camera of the phone. Kind of looks like this. But that's weird though. Look how it goes really bright and then it just dims down. Look at that.
I swear to God it is. I swear it is. That's them.
Now, if that was in England, I think the outcome might be a bit different. I'm talking about the public's perception of this. They'd be like, "What the fuck is this, mate? I know what the bloody hell this is." But Americans have a different mentality, don't they? But I don't know when it comes to this. I really don't know. Did someone say like a volcano? We come in peace. Here's a bright light source. I know. Would a volcano do that?
Y'all see this shit right here on live in the fucking sky.
Oh, is that yeah, that John UFO? Yeah, I think it was something to do with magnets. Might have been Townsend Brown sort of experiments. Oh, we'll get to it in the next episode. But yeah, I think that's what that flying saucer propulsion system was. I think. Yeah, atmosphere, distance, just for them. I get a 420. Fuck it. Rocket balloon, for Christ's sake. We solved the case. Definitely a rocket balloon. Sea gas. I don't know. I thought it was worth showing, guys. I thought it was worth showing. Let's have a little look. What else we got here? I've got a few things to go through. Right. No more of that. This popped up by, I think, Heine was on. Oh, I love them. I'm going to get copyright. Very interesting. Now, we've done a video on crop circles. Oh, hold on. And we mentioned in the past, let's just keep playing it. And we mentioned before that the fact that we've seen the balls of light going around the crops, around the wheat, and it eventually creates the crop circle. And now we've seen that before. Whether or not that's actually real footage. But if you go through eyewitnesses who've seen crop circles appear, and I've talked about it on the crop circle live stream that I did, and you can see that like these, what the witnesses were saying, like these tunnel tubular things coming down from the ground and actually turning the crop circle itself. Now, I have to stress this, but the fact that AI, which I think most probably this is, we're living in that age now, guys, where it's so difficult in one way for me to see if something is actually AI or not, especially with people now. There's interviews with the British public. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube at all, and it looks real and it's all AI stuff, but you can kind of tell. And it's the same with this. Yeah, I would agree, She Pop Up. Yeah, it looks AI. Dead Push Cheese Spread. Yeah, looks AI to me. But it looks really good, though. It does look good. That's quite tricky CGI-wise. Yeah. When it first starts, it's really good from the last bit. It's the beginning of it. See, it gets bigger there, it gets bigger, and eventually... The wheat looks pretty good. See this bit? But it's the middle. Look at the middle. It looks a bit... Yeah, go back a bit. Hold on. Look at this. The beginning of it. No, it's so AI. Look at it. Because if this was flattening... like a real crop circle, we all know, and I've talked about it on the live stream, is interwoven together. It's not flattened down. Like, obviously, yes, there are man-made crop circles, but the fact there is no, it's like, I presume a spin in motion, because if you look at like real crop circles, they're almost like interwoven, but gently laid down. This is, I mean, especially at like the beginning of it. Just have a look at here. Yeah. This is so AI, and I thought it's just to show you where we are at. But nevertheless, it's pretty cool, though. Like Matt says, it's pretty damn cool. I think we all can agree on that one, can't we? Yeah, there's some other videos I can say the same thing on that one. But yeah, just the beginning of it just looks a bit odd. Too AI-y for me. You could just, I think we could just kind of tell now what's AI and what's not, but it's getting harder and harder. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Order, chaos. Was there a point I was going to say about that? Was there a point? Why did I bookmark that? Was there a point I was going to come across with that? I don't think I was. Okay, all right, move on that. I saved these bookmarks so I can talk about it, and I can't remember what I want to talk about that one. Right, concerned citizen. Again, be very, very careful what this person actually puts out, if it is a real person or not. It's bloody buffering again. There were these two orbs. Well, spherical spheres, as one will call it. It's not going to load, in it. Oh, it's gay. Never mind. Oh, yeah, I saw this. Yeah, I remember that South Park episode. No, Simpsons episode. Fucking South Park. What am I talking about? You going to load? No, we're not. Okay, never mind. Heini Masan, my God, doesn't he love his productions?
Por diversos testigos. Aquí están algunas de las mejores imágenes.
Look how much he stands out in the green screen. It's very good 3D effects. He's got his own production company. Well, we all know that. But it's like, Heini, you just don't blend in right in the background.
Detenidos en los últimos días por diversos testigos. Nosotros hemos analizado las imágenes. Nos parecen auténticas, así se las presentamos. Y ahora, pues, cada vez es más difícil con la inteligencia artificial. Pero también...
Basically saying Alien Addict is the best UFO show on YouTube.
Es posible detectar esos intentos de fraude. Aquí le presento estas pruebas.
It just look like a cartoon, doesn't it? Well, just take a look at.
¿Observó estas impactantes imágenes? Fueron registradas en El Paso, Texas, el 14 de julio de 2025. Oliver Ferguson, en compañía de su esposa, se detuvieron en un alto y lograron observar este impactante momento en que dos objetos se encontraban en el cielo, muy cerca. Y uno de estos ascendía al parecer de una distancia más abajo. De forma increíble, el objeto más pequeño se introduce en el que se encontraba suspendido. Veamos esto con mayor acercamiento. Se trata de una de las llamadas naves nodrizas, sin temor a equivocarnos.
Guys, give me 2 seconds.
11 de julio de 2025 en la zona naval Air Station, John Reserve, en la base de Fort Worth, la cual se encuentra muy cerca de Grand Prairie, y es una instalación militar activa que sirve a unidades de la Marina, la Fuerza Aérea, el Ejército y los Marines. Una persona que circulaba en esos momentos registró a diversos objetos suspendidos a una corta distancia en el cielo. Estas son las imágenes. Georgia, Estados Unidos, 6 de junio de 2025. Miembros de la familia Johnson fueron sorprendidos por la presencia de una serie de objetos luminosos, los cuales se encontraban cerca del camino por donde circulaban, y estos se encontraban en medio de la niebla. Veamos esto con atención. En el acercamiento podemos apreciar la gran cantidad de objetos que se encontraban en la zona, al parecer a una corta distancia. 10 de julio de 2025, en un sobrevuelo sobre Argentina, la tripulación de la aeronave realizó una grabación extraordinaria de lo que parecen ser objetos voladores no identificados, los cuales aparecían y desaparecían en una zona del cielo. En el acercamiento podemos ver la forma en que realizaban estos movimientos y desaparecían a una corta distancia de la trayectoria de la aeronave. 6 de agosto de 2025, Beijing, China. Se capta por medio de un teléfono celular la presencia de un fenómeno muy extraño en el cielo.
Oh, you're in Texas. Oh, right across the pond.
En el acercamiento podemos apreciar con toda claridad que se trata de algo que no tiene una fácil explicación. ¿De qué se puede tratar esto? ¿Energía? ¿Un portal dimensional? En verdad, es algo muy extraño. 6 de agosto de 2025, un pasajero, al ir sobrevolando sobre la ciudad de Nueva York con rumbo a Florida, a través de la ventanilla de la aeronave, logró captar cómo un objeto en forma de disco con luces en su estructura se encontraba cerca de la trayectoria de la aeronave y logró seguirlo por
You
unos
see the
momentos.
green and red light flashing on it. Look. Oh dear, Heine, come
Es
on.
impresionante. Se trata de un disco. 5 de agosto de 2025, Sudán. He registrado el paso de forma horizontal de un objeto de color rojo intenso, el cual se desplazaba rápidamente a una corta distancia de las casas.
Just out of curiosity, do all drones have green and red flashing lights on it? Just out of curiosity. Because you are dealing with aircraft here, would it have to have navigation lights on it?
En el acercamiento y dándole seguimiento lo podemos apreciar con toda claridad. Impresionante, ¿no cree?
Yeah, I see them a lot, mate. Not a lot, but I have seen them. Eyeballs, yeah.
Durante la noche del 10 de junio del 2025, en una zona de la playa de Nueva Jersey, en los Estados Unidos, un grupo de personas fueron sorprendidas por un extraño suceso que aún no tiene una explicación.
Oh, the one before. The one before. Yeah, I've seen stuff. I've got a video, actually. I can bring it up. A minute.
Un objeto que se desplazaba de forma horizontal a poca distancia de la costa brillaba intensamente y detrás de sí dejaba una estela multicolor de dimensiones considerables. Este evento causó un gran impacto en las personas que se encontraban en la playa en ese momento. Evidentemente se trata de un fenómeno por demás extraordinario. Durante la noche del 12 de junio de 2025, frente a las costas de Nueva Jersey, una cámara de seguridad registró una serie de objetos moviéndose en diversas direcciones sobre el océano, cerca de la costa. En las imágenes reproducidas a velocidad acelerada, podemos apreciar la forma en que se movían en el firmamento. La noche del 4 de agosto de 2025, en las playas de Miami, en Florida, un grupo de turistas fueron sorprendidos por la presencia de un objeto de dimensiones considerables. Este era de forma triangular y brillaba intensamente.
Oh my God, Nick, screw it in name, mate.
Harrisburg, Pensilvania, 19 de julio de 2025. Un objeto de color naranja se movía en completo silencio a poca distancia de la ciudad. Esto llamó la atención de Will Ferguson, quien logró capturar con su teléfono celular una breve toma del objeto.
Orange object. Is this something that you've seen, cheese bread?
Right. Salem, Virginia, 15 de junio de 2025.
We're dealing with Heine here. I'm going to show you, excuse me, what I caught, cheese bread. And this, what I'm about to show you here, yeah, okay, is a ball of light, but this actually moved through the cloud. And this was taking over my area. You can hear my reaction. And not only that, as it flew over, it then took off speed quite fast. And even I noticed that. And this went through the cloud. So it's definitely not a satellite. But you can actually see it going through the cloud to a certain degree.
That is going through the clouds.
Thank you, Nick.
Is that thing actually moving? It is moving. What the fuck is that? I'm not joking. That is literally going through the cloud. Okay, yeah, it's a ball of light. Whoa, 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 it's picking up.
See, and even I noticed that. So when I said that, it actually picked up speed. These can be either green. In this case, it was... the camera is giving us a false perspective because it was actually orange. A whitey orange, but when you zoomed in, it did change color. But I am not joking. Yeah, cheese bread, probably the same thing, mate. It was at a low altitude and it went through the cloud. And I managed to be in the right place, right time. You know, I'm a frequent sky watcher anyway. So yeah, this is what I caught. Go through my place. That was, when did I take that? That was taken, I think sometime last year. But yeah, that is my ball of light. Again, we shouldn't deny balls of light, guys. There's definitely something to it. Whether or not they're plasmas. I cannot get this right. That one? No. 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 That one. Oh, fuck it. I'll sort it out next week. Right, what else we got here? Right, if you are afraid of heights, look away now, because this is bloody terrifying. There's no audio. The guy is going to haul ass right down there. Look how fucking tall it is. Ready? Pray, mate. Look at his bloody pants. Wee. Yeah, right. Right, he's hailing Hitler. Why are you doing that, mate? Come on. Check this out. Look how flipping tall it is. Sod that. I tell you what I can do. Ah! Oh my god, I can move it. I just learned something. Wee! Fucking! I guarantee if you went Ed first, you'll have no Ed, but also you'll have no pants. It's hailing Hitler. Terrible. But anyway, yeah, sod that. I don't like heights. Scary. I can't believe I just figured out something. Can I do it again? I can't do it. Ah, wee! Oh, brilliant. Okay. What else we got? Yeah, this. I find this to be done on purpose. Hold on. I can move it. Hey, I'm learning something every day. Yeah, this is from Denver International Airport. And what I find interesting about this, they've put, now there's a lot of controversy about the pictures, and especially the horse that actually killed. But I believe that the head, there's a massive statue of a horse. See that right there? There's a massive statue outside of the airport. And apparently the guy who designed it and actually built it, the head fell off and crushed him during construction. But what I found interesting as this popped up on X, I'm going, this is done to route up the community. And I'm talking about the alternative communities, because these are the ones, well, they're set a group of people that are really in that sort of mindset. And I always ask myself why they putting stuff up like this. Because the vast majority of the people walking past this will go right over their head. But the people that will be paying attention is me and you. And we're a very, very small demographic when it comes to our community. And I think that hold on, want to do that? No, okay, sod it. I thought I'd just change it up. No. There we go. I think this is done to really piss off or row up. No, I think that's a harsh word to say, to piss off the alternative movement. But we know what this is all about. We know about the all-seeing eye right there, the demon-esque horse, the portal to the underground, or a gateway to improvement. So they're putting all these buzzwords that is people like me and you, like I said, a very small demographic, are going to pick up on this and going, see, the powers that be, they're telling us a signal. They're actually telling us secretly, subliminally. It's like, no, I think they're just doing this to really piss you off. Well, again, not piss them off, but to really get the community on their toes, to get talked about, just to say, look, see, there is something going on. But again, I think it's just the advertisement or just having a massive field day. That's my perspective on that one. I don't know what you think, guys, on this sort of advertisement. It's just odd. I just find it really odd they will push something like this out. I really do. Hey, how's it going, man? Never saw. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. Hope you have a good day. And welcome to the stream. So, yeah, I just saw that. I thought, it's a bit like, right. I want to show you something. All right, 2 seconds. Bear with me. It's just to sort of prove my point. And why they pushing information like this out. And it's who is going to be paying attention. We'll get back to Twitter, but it's just a point I want to come across. And it's this. I have keep on hearing from the alternative movement, the chem community, and even the alternative movement. And they always would say, never, ever, ever trust the BBC because they're liars. They would never, ever tell you the truth. Okay. But when they post stuff in like this, UK experiments to reflect sunlight one step closer, now all of a sudden you now post that on your page, now saying that is true. But you've been telling me for so many years that not to trust the BBC. But when they post something that solidifies your belief, you then post it as true fact. Bit hypocritical, isn't it, when you look at it? I think, I mean, you know my analysis. If you go to my Cosmic Twilight channel, I've done 33 parts of so-called blocking out the sun. And it's not blocking out the sun. Believe me. Trust me when I say that. And I've got actual proof of it. 33 parts of it. This, again, is just put out there to rile the people up. Say, hey, see, I told you so. It's like, well, hold on a minute. They're just saying that they're beginning to do it. It doesn't say they've been doing it for the past 20 years. It's people jumping on the back. I'm talking about the alternative movement, the chem people that are literally posting this as true fact. It's like, hold on a minute. I thought you say don't trust the BBC, but now I'm supposed to believe it. But they got this one right. It's just like, oh, please. You know, that just a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of misconceptions, and a lot of bias opinions on basically what news outlets put out about any sort of subject, especially like conspiracy subjects and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really want to talk about it, but hence why I've got the flipping English flag in the background right here. You know, they're saying, why is British people putting English flags up? Now, there's a whole multitude of things behind it. It's just to bring pride back into England because we've just been butchered. But then you go through a news article like the BBC, and they will say stuff like, there's nothing wrong with flying the English flag, but that far right extremist Tony Robinson, and it's just like, whoa, you don't have to put that in there. What about British pride? But you just so happen just to shove that fucking word in. I can't stand that word. It's far right. It's like they literally every single news article it says there's nothing wrong with English flag, but that far right extremist. It's like they're putting two together. And it's subliminally telling people, even like virtual signaling to people. Did I say that right? Who cares? But you see the point that I'm coming across. And I just keep seeing that over and over again. I think we need to be very careful what I said this so many times on this episode, and I keep saying it. Be very careful what information you're consuming. Doesn't matter if it's mainstream, the alternative movement, the UFO community. It doesn't matter. Just be very, very careful. And it's not me saying, "Oh, don't believe in anything." No, you got your right to believe in whatever you want to believe. Just go 50-50. Okay, go 50-50. That's a mature approach. One would say to me, says, well, Nick, you obviously don't believe in aliens. No, I believe in aliens. I believe in reptilians. I believe in spiritual interdimensional beings. I believe that there's a connection between the paranormal and alien visitation. Yes, I believe that. I truly believe that. But I keep an open mind. That's the word I'm trying to say. An open mind, but a more mature perspective on subjects that I'm coming across. Because like I said, when you've been in this movement or community, I guess, for a long period of time, you get to see the flaws, and you can't just bypass that. It's very, very important to learn through people's mistakes. But again, back to this point, I think it's just this is just put there just to rile the community up and keep them on the toes. And that, my friend, is what's called Operation Mockingbird. Did anything I just said made any sense? Yeah, it's yeah, I've learned a lot over the past God knows how many years when it comes to looking at information, and I do believe that our community has been hijacked in a big way. Like I say, Operation Mockingbird works two ways, even like mainstream way and even the alternative movement. You get people being put in, even inserted into the community to push the conversation in different directions. I mean, that's what ufology is at the moment, but it's the same for other subjects as well. I think Operation Mockingbird, I might do like a semi deep dive on that just to understand like nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing's changed. Yeah, the thing is with that, mate, it really ain't blocking out the sun, and these trails you can trace them back through many decades. And just from like, it's a lot of people in that community just say, well, it's obvious because I can see above my head. It's like, well, I could pull up a photograph here from like 1945 that shows these trails in the sky, even like 1950s, 60s, and 70s of these trails that look exactly the same what we're seeing now. But they say that's condensation trails, but the chem community will say, no, that's there to block out the sun. I'm like, well, okay, I go outside where it's a very traily day and I track the trails and they don't block out the sun. But it's like buzzwords that people say. It's a fact and not belief. Well, you can't really trace the trail. You can't really go up there and say there's toxic poison. I mean, my nan's bloody 89 years old, and they've been spraying for the past 70 years. My nan be dead by now. She'd be dead. We'll all be dead by now if it's all toxic poison. It's like, look, it's just like not every single trail. It's a chem. You know, there's different types of trails, small trails, thin trails, whispery trails. You see trails in the morning that are very whispery. You see trails in the evening. Honestly, I recommend people go on to my Cosmic Twilight channel, and I don't want to talk about too much, but it's just I just find the whole subject fascinating. And believe me when I say this, when I track the trails, I literally track the humidity, I track the aircraft, which aircraft are they commercial, see how many trails are persistent in the sky, does that actually block out the sun, and where are these trails actually going? And I track it through satellite, the whole shebang, in every single show that I do, episode that I bring up on Cosmic Twilight. And I'm telling you something now, Chillster, and I don't mean to be rude or a dick, it's not blocking out the sun, and it's not, I can't say it's toxic poison because we can track these trails back going many decades, and they were considered as condensation trails. But the chemtrail community, I said the bloody word, would say that these are. I'm not going to talk about it because you know what? Once you're Saxon and you call me chemtrail Nick, and I'm going now. I said the word again, but anyway. But yeah, go check out Cosmic Twilight. I'm rambling. Do apologize. Where's Twitter? Oh, there it is. For Christ's sake. I've got so many tabs open. Move away from that. Move away from that. And that one. Rotary Matrix, you post some spicy stuff, my friend. Have I got anything else on the show? Right. I tell you what. That's it for Twitter. And do you know what I'm going to bring up? Just a sort of recap from last week. We are going to go through, just to finish off, the 2.5 hour mark. Oh no, we're an hour and 50 minutes. I'll be fine. Could you remember? Hold on. Let's just bring it up. Nope. That's it. Fantastic. So just to cap off what we were leading off from last week, UFOs hard evidence. Where do we get to? Right. Okay. I think we got to here, I think.
Like officers being involved in Rendlesham Forest.
Yes, this is it. So Rendlesham Forest, there's so many different types of theories behind this and what actually happened that day. My perspective on it, I'm really not too sure, because it's a bit like if they've been poisonous, there'd be a massive like people dying all over the world if they've been sprayed for that long. I'm not going to be talking about it, but you don't get people that do research like I do. I'm not the one that points up in the sky and saying that's toxic poison. It's like where's your evidence to back it up? Well, this guy says it. I'm like, but where's your analysis into it? You know, just people. Unfortunately, I'm not going there. I'm not going there because it just wounds me up. This community, just don't do research. Don't apply any logic. Nick, chill out, for Christ's sake. So yeah, but I lost the point. This is fucking play.
In a
honestly.
Very simple.
Honestly, people need to do research and honestly look into like mainstream side as well, and don't stick into an echo chamber.
That much of which will be put out onto the new website.
No offense.
When it's done, and certainly
because there's all these buzzwords, they're toxic poison, they've been spraying us for years, and like, no offense, not having to go. It's just like it's all these like bloody buzzwords that really lead to nowhere. It's not blocking out the sun. I'll be damned to say it's poisoning me because my nan's still there and she's 89.
Like officers being
like
involved
common
in
sense, man. Come on, think
Rendlesham
about it.
Forest.
Nick, chill, fuck's sake.
At this moment in time, from a civilian UFO researcher's point of view, it's been very
It's all based
difficult
upon fear.
to attract
Fair.
police officers or gain their confidence, I suspect, to allow them to
That's why I
speak
step back
freely
from that
to,
community.
Independent UFO researchers.
If you look up in the
I
sky
hope
and you look, oh, that
that as a
cloud's
serving
unusual.
police officer,
Oh, best not
they
go
may
out.
tell
Like,
me
what the fuck's
things
wrong with you?
that they
Seriously.
wouldn't ordinarily
Nick,
tell
chill.
Civilian researchers.
Unbelievable.
And if that can be done and I can protect them, then I think that's exactly why Prufos was set up. You know, hopefully I can give an insight where others may not be.
Yeah, it's just pisses me off when people actually don't do research and just regurgitate what somebody says on the internet. Anyway, some nice music, you know. So it just winds me up with that community. It really does. It's just no common sense, and they're vile as fuck as well. They're horrible people. More like common sense, but yeah, I see your point, mate. Don't mean to having a go at chat. It's just, trust me, when you get a lot of shit from that side of the community, it's yeah. Yeah, but fortunately, people don't, Sophia, that kind of
okay, was
that
it
community.
just like moving at a slow rate of speed?
It wasn't a slow rate, it was a fast rate, but it was coming down.
Anyway, I'm going to go 420.
Call you about a strange plane or airplane or something in the air. Where? I was coming down Hampton Drive. I don't know what it was. It was a flying saucer. What did it look like, ma'am? It was like a almost like an iridescent color. It was like a bluish purple. I could see a red glow up in the sky. It was huge. This thing wasn't making no noise. Well, what was it moving or was it just? Yeah, it was growing. It was moving. You could see it like up in the air, growing and getting further away from me. People are serious. They're very upset. Whatever it was, lit up. I mean, literally, if you were underneath it, you could see it would be like daylight, those red lights. It's south of already too. I'm moving these now on it. Okay, Dave, it looks like it's flickering more now, and it looks like it's running a little east of me now. Hey, Walter, chase it back north. I want to see this thing. It's going pretty good. It's all the way into Liberty now. It's going as far as visible. You should be able to see it. It changes colors from white to red to green. The sucker has not moved. We have multiple departments right now that have sightings on it. We have reported some flying object in our jurisdiction. Do you know of anything that should be in our airspace this time, close to the ground? This is not a prank phone call, I swear. You can call me back to verify.
Look at the radar scope and I go 60-mile diameter of Youngstown, and there is nothing out there. I don't see anything out there, nothing on the radar scope.
So if you want to go check this out, guys, go into description. I think it's there. Yeah, it's there. Go check it out. So this is. So this is UFOs Hard Evidence, Volume 7, which I don't think we've played.
got red, yellow, green, and blue. And the one just was like flashes. So if they're those planets those guys were talking about, then they're planets with Christmas lights on. This is weird. Oh my God, I hope that's a plane. Oh, please be a plane. Oh, please.
In December 1980, UFOs were seen on at least 3 consecutive nights in and around Rendlesham Forest, Suffolk, England. US personnel from the adjoining...
So this is 1999, I think this came out. So there's been a couple more theories about Rendlesham Forest, but primarily what they were saying, basically, like this lighthouse was giving off the lights that was being seen in the forest. But I really want to do an episode on it, but there's so many different avenues to go down on Rendlesham Forest. One of the best cases, I'll say, they call it the UK's Roswell, apparently.
Bases at RAF Woodbridge and Bentwaters were among many witnesses to these events. Were they all fooled by the Orford Ness lighthouse some 12 miles distant, or was there a genuine UFO incident?
Can you actually get into the landing site, or whether is it still blocked off by military? I think it's like a US base that is set there. I think I'm not too sure on that one, but yeah, I'm not too sure if there's a hotspot for UFO sightings.
In official documents released some 20 years after
the
event,
is it? Okay.
Ministry of Defence officials who dealt with the Rendlesham Forest incident at the time insisted that nothing untoward was seen on neighbouring
Hey,
RAF
Rayman,
radar
that's
stations.
clear, man. Welcome on in.
Indeed, the radar equipment at one of those stations, RAF Neatishead, was claimed to have been switched off during the incident. But that claim was recently challenged by a new and unexpected source. For the first time on camera, former RAF aircraftsman Gary Baker, who served at RAF Neatishead in December 1980, delivers his damning verdict on the MOD's official version of events.
And Neatishead, as a radar station, was split into 2 squadrons for operations purposes, bearing in mind that it's a small RAF station in comparison to others, a very small place, and its primary role is as a radar station. It has no other function. No RAF personnel actually live on the base.
Okay,
they are,
Paul.
living elsewhere in the surrounding area, and RAF bases close by, mostly Coltishall. And the whole of the operation at Neatishead is geared towards maintaining the integrity of the southern part of the United Kingdom airspace. Control of air defence aircraft in their role as interceptors in intercepting would-be hostile aircraft or identifying unknown aircraft. But that role was not an everyday role. The everyday role was a routine one of maintaining the integrity of the airspace by recognising all the aircraft flying in the sky and making sure that they were flying
welcome on in as well, man.
From A to B in the route that they'd been planned to fly. And that was the thrust of the job. I was a member of 2 squadron, Y Watch. Each squadron was split into 2 watches, and the watches were something which was used to maintain 24-hour personnel to be available to cover the radar picture. And each squadron was commanded by a squadron leader, as I've said, and my commander was a squadron leader called Mike Shields, who was supported by
thank you, mate. Oh, that's much appreciated. You gifted the membership. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, guys, when it comes to the membership, what I'm planning to actually do is basically once or twice a month, if you're a member of Alien Addict, we can get together and we can do like a watch party, having an interaction for I don't know, just like a couple of hours, like a little chill sesh. I think it'd be something good to do, because
people in chat, you know, you come every week and you get to know me, get to see me in a pissy mood, like you just saw me 10 minutes ago talking about flipping shells in the sky. Sorry about that. But yeah, we could just have a little bit of a chin wag, you know, have a good laugh, you know, and you get to know each other. It's good to see faces, you know. You don't have to show your face, you don't have to, but a more of an interaction way with the audience. So I am planning to do that amongst other stuff as well. So yeah, but Rotary, thank you so much, mate, for gifting membership. Much appreciated. A value part of Alien Addict and is much appreciated. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I am thinking of stuff to do for the membership for Alien Addict. But yeah, thank you, Rotary. Much appreciated, brother.
Lots of other RAF officers from
rambles for a bit.
ranks as pilot officers,
Quite a bit,
flying
actually.
officers, and flight lieutenants whose job.
Pictures
of the event and possibly others outside of my knowledge as well.
3 years ago, UFO magazine came into possession of some 2,500 hours of space shuttle footage, all of which had been dutifully recorded and logged over a period of 5 years by Martin Stubbs, a cable TV station manager in Vancouver, Canada.
Yes, he
Since
did.
releasing successive documentaries about the footage, NASA has maintained a diplomatic silence, refusing to comment about sequences such as this, or this, or this. Some believe that NASA's reluctance to engage the UFO subject at any level is born from a deliberate policy-making decision. But, like most institutions who employ tens of thousands of personnel, mistakes are inevitable. Take the case of the vanishing NASA website, for example, as told by Andy Ellis, founder and head of the civilian UFO organization, Yorkshire UFO Info.
Definitely the early missions. I think the one that set it all off was STS-84, which became known as Willy footage. That was the one where the object came and stopped and appeared to hover near me. And I mean, this was all under a distance of 2,800 feet, and it performed maneuvers and flew off in a completely new direction. That set it off for me. And was one of the reasons we set up the website. We wanted to do a website as like any normal group with local sightings and things like that, but with the field that I'd kind of just slipped into, which was the NASA side, it just took off from there. So that happened through that. That's how I got in touch with Jeff, and between Les Willett and Jeff Challender.
Look at the videotapes in the background.
NASA mission footage started, and that's where it took off from. So from 84, you had STS-96, which had, in that one mission, probably some of the best footage I've seen as far as evidence and asking questions goes, when you've got illuminated objects in the black of space pulsating past an International Space Station that's just been built. You've got several other orbs or balls of light, whatever you want to class them as. All we know is they're just unidentified, and these things are flying up the Florida Key Coast and cutting into clouds and chasing lightning and other cloud formations. You've got NASA technicians following these stuff with the cameras.
Have we actually seen an actual video or photograph of a Tic Tac, except for the go fast, the gimbal? Oh god, a brain fire. I can't think of the other one. Like a clear picture of a Tic Tac. I don't think we have. I honestly don't think we have.
Not only following, but yet zooming in for a close
And those
look.
thermal images are
To follow and to zoom in shows that they're interested in it.
Absolutely.
Not
yeah, the gimbal and go fast footage. It's I think it's one of the crappiest footage ever. Honestly, these thermal imaging footage of Tic Tacs or UFOs are just terrible. They're awful.
only zooming in, but they know that somebody somewhere could be watching. They pull the feed and kill it so that there's no picture on the feed that our guys are getting, but yet they're still watching. So if there's nothing to it, there's no reason to be sneaking, doing these little tactics.
And again, I'm sure you, Jeff, Les, and many other people have actually broached NASA with questions that aren't pertinent questions or aren't rude questions, if you like. These are questions that say, excuse me, can you tell me something about what we're seeing?
I think the biggest problem we found, I mean, and Jeff and Les have worked tirelessly on it, people seem to think as soon as you get something like this, you just go and screaming at NASA. I mean, we're only interested in asking questions as well. We're not experts, so we've been emailing who we think are the relevant people and asking for advice at first and asking questions of, well, why is this doing this? And why does it appear to do this? And why is your guy following it if you keep telling us it's ice and debris? And why are you cutting the feed off if there's nothing to it? It doesn't seem right. The biggest problem I had was when we got some of the stuff, originally 84 and then 96. I actually took it to a well-known university, which is in the city where I'm from, so it's not hard to figure out which university it is. And I was doing that to go to the heads of physics and astronomy because I wanted their professional opinion. I want looking at something and going, oh, wow, that's amazing, I'm just going to run off with it. I did the best I could by taking it to optics and imagery departments to learn what I could from them. And the biggest problem I had, whenever you went up against these...
Really sorry if it's boring, guys. I'm just going to change it up. There is... the alien autopsy. I just found it. 2 seconds. I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, it's not that one. It's that one. Okay, cool. Right, I'm gonna bring this up instead because it's a bit more showing instead of like talking. Right.
Images of its famous tower, miles of sand, and the preservation of truth, fact, and fiction, according to its creator and owner, David Boyle, who also masterminded the official Doctor Who exhibition based in Llangollen in North Wales and owns one of the biggest model railway collections in Britain. The exhibition includes a full-scale replica of the Adamski flying saucer, plus a remarkable reenactment of the 1947 Roswell incident, complete with stunning saucer and lifelike aliens. The exhibition is aimed at attracting not just the holidaymaker, but dedicated sci-fi devotees and avid UFO enthusiasts alike. They'll surely be impressed by the intricate designs and attention to detail that encompasses the two huge floors. Their construction was personally supervised by David, as some of the country's leading special effects artists and engineers spent almost 2 years crafting each model and design to match either a specific incident or eyewitness description. Typical of that attention to detail is this scene, a reenactment of the controversial alien autopsy footage released in 1995.
Here we go.
Take a closer look at the alien model, then film the set in black and white through an out-of-focus lens, and you'll see what we mean. The many corridors contain numerous displays and posters, while specially commissioned TV monitors continuously show relevant archive footage with narration to help visitors discover more about Area 51, the Roswell incident, Earth mysteries, life on Mars, and much more. Informative, intriguing, and at times controversial, the Alien and UFO exhibition has already received glowing praise from the vast majority of visitors who have signed the visitors' book. But why spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on an alien and UFO exhibition in the first place? Why stage it in Blackpool and not London? And why spend every waking hour for the past couple of years putting it all together?
Right,
these were just some of the questions we put to the man himself.
3 reasons. The first and foremost reason, without doubt, is that the average
Oh, tell he looks familiar. He really looks familiar.
person comes here to holidays in Blackpool. The person that spends his life...
Are you the Penguin from Batman, by any chance?
greatly involved in football or watching Coronation Street, playing bingo, the type of aptitude to come to Blackpool. These are the ordinary people, the real solid backbone of all of the civilizations and all.
To UFO Info conducted a lengthy investigation with fellow researchers John Prescott from Liverpool and Neil Cotty from Burton-on-Trent after a fellow member filmed unusual activity near East Midlands Airport between 10:15 and 10:30 p.m. on the night of the 27th of April 1998. A strange object was seen changing shape and colour seconds before an aircraft appeared in the same shot. The object then appeared to slow in movement as the aircraft passed narrowly by. Strobe light emissions would indicate this was a conventional aircraft, possibly seen from some distance away.
Now, Sophia, if you want some retro 90s music, if you type in UFOs Hard Evidence, volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you'll be able to find this type of music, and there's a lot of it. And I don't think any copyrights, because I don't get any copyrights for this video. So, yeah, I love the music. Like cheesy 90s music.
On Monday evening, the 24th of August 1998, Leeds United entertained Blackburn Rovers, a match covered by Sky Television with the help of their aerial blimp. Internally illuminated, many people living miles away believed they were witnessing a huge UFO. Among them was S. McKinley, who filmed this object several miles away at Eccleshill in Bradford, West Yorkshire. At approximately 10:30 p.m. on Sunday, the 8th of August 1998, Christopher Martin and Jonathan Browning were sky watching at Silbury Hill, Wiltshire. These images record the atmosphere of that night, one which was to lead to the appearance of a strange aerial object.
For her.
Just as Christopher and Jonathan were preparing to leave the site, a black triangular-shaped object with 3 bright lights at each edge and a central red light appeared in the distance. Several other lights on both leading edges were also observed. A secondary light behind the main triangle was also seen and may have been a separate object. Both men estimated the distance at half a mile, an altitude of between 1,500 and 2,000 feet. The totally silent triangle first approached from the northwest and banked sharply before increasing speed to head off in a northeasterly direction. The object was travelling at approximately 300 miles per hour and estimated to be at least 100 foot across.
Oh, that might be a plane.
At around 10:15 p.m. on Saturday, the 22nd of August 1998, and at the same location, Christopher Martin and...
So this kind of looks like a plane, to be honest with you, but I like stuff like this because I got quite like a nostalgic feeling for ufology in the 90s, because one way is how I found the subject quite interesting. I sort of grown up in a household where anything to do with like UFOs, aliens, paranormal conspiracies was brought up. Wasn't on a daily basis, but we watched it on TV and stuff like that. So it's like video. These are VHS tapes from back in the 90s. I have such a nostalgic feeling for it, and it kind of reminds me of like being a kid and looking into like UFOs and aliens. Hence why I got like a load like magazines here. Like this is where it came from, UFO magazines. But yeah, I love it, man. I love this nostalgic feeling. It's good. This is why I want to bring to Alien Addict, because yeah, we can talk to up to date stuff, but we want to look in the past and have a little look what they were saying back then compared to what it is now.
His daughter Sophie observed a black delta-shaped object with 3 bright lights at each edge and a central red light that flashed intermittently. Several other lights, some flashing on both leading edges, were also observed. Once again, a secondary light behind the main triangle was seen together with a brief flash from a leading light. During the 60-second sighting, a rumble noise was heard against a cloudless, clear night sky. Although the light formation is unusual, the odds are that these were attached to a helicopter, possibly of military origin. This remarkable sequence of daylight footage of a UFO over London was captured by teenager Brian Jessup on the 8th of December 1997. He had targeted a passing airliner when a delta-shaped object suddenly appeared above the rim of the cloud. The mystery craft then banked sharply before disappearing into the cloud itself. Here's the same sequence again. Whatever or whoever was in command of the controls of this object, they definitely didn't want to hang around.
Oh, right, that. Okay.
Mr. Rod Howarth and his friend Rory, 2 very able UFO researchers from Burnley and Lancashire, were on Carlton Moor in North Yorkshire on the 17th of October 1997 when this mysterious light came into view and travelled noiselessly and slowly across the horizon.
Oh, sweet, man. Awesome.
Hull UFO Society received this videotape from a local man who regularly watches the skies along the east coast of England while most folk are tucked up in bed. At 4:18 a.m. on the morning of the 14th of February 1997, a triangular-shaped formation of lights appeared in the distance and later appeared to hover. A short time later, a curious rectangular light formation came into view. This footage was taken on a Canon Hi8 with 40 times digital at full zoom on manual focus. There was no noise discernible.
Mr. D. Campbell and his friend Trevor Cerise, together with others, spotted this bright light over Stevenage, Hertfordshire at around 3:45 a.m. on the morning of the 28th of June, 1998.
Remember, same footage what I've taken. Remember the orb going through the cloud? It's pretty much what we're seeing here.
A few weeks later, on the 8th of July, they observed a similar object from the same location and managed to videotape it just after 4:05 in the morning.
Same camera, innit?
Seen through the camcorder lens and binoculars, the light gives off a myriad of colours and appeared almost barrel-shaped to observers on the ground. UFO Magazine's astronomy consultant, Andrew Pike, quickly calculated that the object seen on both dates was none other than one familiar to UFO researchers worldwide.
Hey, how's it going, man? Happy 420.
Millions of Britons holiday abroad each year, but it's rare for someone to come forward and claim they have filmed UFO activity.
Spread some love for good old Hidden here. And yeah, welcome on in, man. And yeah, come 420 and listen to some like 90s music and some crappy UFO footage taken from a potato camera.
While overseas. Stuart Wisdom from Middlesex recorded this object at 9 p.m. on the evening of the 22nd of July 1991 while staying on the holiday isle of Sola, Mallorca. The object was in full view of numerous witnesses for at least 20 minutes. The sighting prompted some interest at the time and was later officially explained away by the Spanish authorities as being nothing more than an Italian weather balloon. Peter Haddon of Deal in Kent submitted over 3 hours of alleged UFO footage which he claimed to have taken from his home throughout much of 1997. While a number of sequences left a lot to be desired, one in particular proved intriguing.
You're banned. I'm banning you on my live stream.
On a fixed triangle and left it to record any unusual daytime aerial activity. A curious triangular-shaped object duly appeared and left behind a visible, if almost transparent, vapor trail in its wake.
I can't see shit.
Watch the sequence again. Is this a trick of the light? Or did Peter record something highly unusual over Kent that day?
And wrap the lock.
While some alleged UFO footage sent to UFO Magazine in recent years has been interesting, none has quite had the effect of jumping at us from the screen and grabbing our immediate attention. None, that is, until we received a brief 10-minute sequence.
Guys, I might have played this before.
Of footage sent in by this man, Brian McPhee of Stirling, Scotland. An independent UFO researcher since 1989, Brian has managed to successfully record what some might label as among the most extraordinary UFO footage ever taken in the skies above Britain.
Now that music. What? Wait, no. Type of music. Yeah, he looks familiar. Might have been in another episode. Might have been. I played Ambient this one. What can I say? The music. In a production factory. Right, I remember that. Yeah, mate, I can't say anything either. It's coming, man. Okay. On the phone. Ah, right. Yeah, I think I'm right. Okay, how long? Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna save the rest for next week. So if you want to go check that out, I think it is the description. It's UFOs Hard Evidence Volume 7. That one's Volume 3. There's a few of them I haven't played, but I think I might have played that one before because that guy looked pretty much familiar. It's practically me back in the 90s. I'm doing exactly the same thing with that massive camcorder. If I was a teenager back in those days. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm just sort of going through my notes. Yeah, I said I was going to go to Pentuck, which is the incident that happened in 2016. Obviously, me and Hidden Underbelly did a show with Kaz Clark and Gary. I forgot his surname, but the lead investigator of the case. And I want to go to the actual site tomorrow or Sunday if it isn't pissing down with rain, which I think it is actually. So it might go tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be uploading that, my adventures, I'm actually going to go to the landing site and go to Smilerock Woods, where apparently some of the trees are still dead and practically nothing's really growing there, from what I gathered anyway. But yeah, I just want to go check out the site and just have a good feeling of the place. So it's not too far from where I live anyway. So yeah, that's I'm looking to do that tomorrow. Yes, Gary Jones, that's it. Thank you, John. Thank you much appreciated, brother. So yeah, I think that's it. There is one odd thing that my missus came up to me. She goes, "Have you not noticed like the things in the corner of your eye, especially in the hallway? Like you can just like see something move." I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen that a lot recently, and we're seeing the same thing." So what I quite like to do at some point, if me and the missus are free on a weekend, is to do a live stream. All I've got to do is tilt the camera to that direction into the hallway and do like a live stream and just do a bit of a ghost hunt. That would be quite fun to do. Come 420 and do a bit of ghost hunting. Conjure up some bloody ghosts and stuff. But it is weird. And one could say, oh, it's just your imagination. But no, you definitely see something move. It is very, very odd. But nevertheless, we'll come to that when I actually do it. Need the permission from the missus first. So yeah, I think that's it. So did I actually do an overall conclusion between Planet X and 3i Atlas? Well, guess what? There's actually no connection. I chat GPT'd it, I put it through Grok, and all I can go through is basically what was the movement back then in 2008 leading up to 2012, and you can see through the oh my god, what was it? Planet X, the doomsday prophecy, or what was going to happen. Obviously, Planet X, Nibiru, is a planet, and 3i Atlas is a comet or interstellar objects, such as like a alien spacecraft, nuclear alien spacecraft, or I thought you said ghost rocket there, John P. Ventures. It could be a ghost machine. You never know. So yeah, I mean, overall, be very skeptical. What I say, be open-minded. Be open-minded on what information is coming out on 3i Atlas, and time will tell what will happen. To be honest with you, I just don't think anything's going to happen in terms of like doomsday. It just seems to be brewing in the community a lot, and sometimes people need a realistic perspective on what they're actually seeing and consuming information, and that goes in all different walks of life, and especially the community. Okay, so yeah, come say you goodbyes now, guys, because yeah, I'm gonna get ready for my adventure tomorrow. Yeah, solid. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Pentuck tomorrow and hopefully you see some strange stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely doing a video on that. So come say goodbyes now. And yeah, it's been an interesting episode. I mean, 3i Atlas, there's only so much I can talk about that. I mean, can't dedicate a 2.5 episode on that. So we tend to split things up here on Alien Addict. And yeah, go through just like different topics and go through my perspective on ufology and the history of ufology. And I think this is quite important to really look back into the past and see what they were saying back then compared to what it is now. Because remember, guys, ufology, yes, it's a business, it's an industry, and it's entertainment, but it also goes through a cycle. And this is what we're seeing now. It seems like we're getting truth. Whether or not you think that's a slow drip disclosure or catastrophic disclosure, or you think it's a complete psyop and we're just led down the path to no truth. And that's my opinion on that one. But the no truth aspect and people being sorted to push the conversation in different directions. And this is what you're seeing right now. And I think that's been happening for a long period of time. So, yes, distraction. Absolutely, Paul. So, yeah, Paul, thank you so much for joining into a live stream. Sheep Hop Up, good to see you as always. TETs. Nice to see you. Welcome. And I was going to say, welcome on in. You've been there all the time. But yeah, thanks for coming into the live stream, man. Much appreciated. And John P. Adventures, I will send you an email tomorrow. I'm going to go bed buys now. But yeah, I've got your email and it's on my mental note. No, I'm going to write it down because I know I'll forget tomorrow. But I will send an email. And yeah, guys, I'll let everyone know when I'll be on John P. Adventures. Like, we're going to go live. I'm going to join John and have a conversation with him, like we all should. So, yeah, I'll definitely do that, John, for you tomorrow, mate. But, yeah, thanks for coming into the chat, brother. Nice to see you, as always. And Sophia, of course. And, yeah, go check out Sophia's channel, guys. Time-lapse videos and sent as well. Incredible videos. My nose is itchy, sorry. Oh, God. I don't sneeze. Bob Lazar. Nice to see you, man. Did you say rocket balloon today? I swear to God, I'm going to get a rocket balloon to, like, hang here. I need helium in it to actually make the thing rise, or get Bonnie Blue to do it. So yeah. Yeah, thank you, Sophia. Much appreciated, darling. Chillster, nice to see you, man. And yeah, thanks for joining in the chat. What else we got in there? Is that everyone else? Oh no, it's not. Hold on. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, right. Just double check one more time. Yes, that's Sophia's YouTube channel. So go check out Sophia's channel and please like and subscribe, and also like and subscribe for Alien Addict as well. So yes, we'll be back next week for another show. But I do believe me and Hidden are going live on Wednesday, talking about a topic that I'm not too sure what we're going to be talking about. Something to do related to UFOs. Or actually, I think we're going to be talking about. There was a Japanese airline pilot in 1986, and he said he saw these lights on the side of the plane, and eventually he saw this gigantic craft, like absolutely huge. I can't remember what it's called, but we might be doing a video on that. So yeah, that'll be on Wednesday. But obviously be back next Friday for another live show, a more calmer live show on Alien Addict. And sorry, guys. So I'm not going to go there, but yeah. Sometimes Hidden says to me, Nick, sometimes you get triggered. And you know what, Hidden? You're definitely right, brother. But yeah, we'll be back next week for another show. And yeah, please like and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. It does help the channel out. And like I said, yeah, okay. Hidden, laugh out loud. It's fine. Oh, mate. I can do with a kebab, but a mixed doner kebab. The thing is, we're going to spend the next hour talking about food. All right. I can't get off my bed. But yeah, definitely kebab, brother. But yeah, Hidden, I should see you on Wednesday, brother. And yeah, Jamming Music Man, you just caught right at the end. Just going to finish up. But yeah, welcome on in. And yeah, have a good one, man. I'll catch you on the next one. So yeah. Sophia got heartburn. What can cure that? I don't know. A Rennie. I think it was a Rennie that cures that. But anyway, come catch me and Hidden on Wednesday for a live stream all about UFOs, aliens, the paranormal. And yeah, that's it, guys. So have a good week and weekend. And I'll see you next Friday. And please like and subscribe. Be much appreciated. Have a good one. See you soon. Yeah, I forgot to say my catchphrase, but Richard D. Hall does have a good one. Believe none of what you hear, only half of what you see. Yes, absolutely. And don't forget, sometimes it's okay to feel like shit for making the right decisions. And always remember that. Go with your gut feeling. And yeah, I hope this helps. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, enjoy your kebab. Who's having a kebab? I'm very jealous. And yeah, I'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one.